Hello, welcome back to MCFC9320 Group TV. Part 2. I'm a little bit concerned about some of our players, guys. Naming one, Raheem. Raheem, he was left out of the squad yesterday, Alex, with a bad back. I don't believe that.
Me neither. Like I said last week, I think he is done. You said that you don't see him going in January. I think there's a chance of him going, especially if we are talking about Haaland coming in. In general, many people speculated about that. That would be a really good deal. So who knows if this continues? If Pep still doesn't trust him, I think he's gone before summer.
You can actually see him going in January.
Pretty much, if we continue, I mean, 10 games and he started like 3 times.
It's concerning, Anne-Marie, isn't it, with Sterling?
Yeah, it is, because I think last season we could start to see the dip compared to the season before, where I thought it was decent, but now it just
now he's bang average.
I think that's being kind to him, Andy, because he tends to just keep running up alleys that he's never going to get through.
So where's it gone wrong for him though? Because on his day, he is world class. We see it even at international level. He's world class. For me, it's when he has to think about things. It just blows it. He can miss from 2 yards out, and then he'll score a screamer into the top corner. It's no consistency there.
No, none at all. And I think for me, it's part of the fact that maybe he's gone from being one of the first names on our team sheet to now not being anywhere near one of the first names on the team sheet. Not when you've got Grealish and Foden that can play there.
Do you think he was injured with a bad back yesterday, or do you think Pep's made a statement with the respect of if you're talking about going, maybe he can just sit on the bench for a bit, or not even in the squad?
Must be the weight of that massive chip on his shoulder.
Who, Pep?
No, Sterling with his bad back, carrying that weight of that.
There's just something not right, is there, John? As fans, we hear little snippets of things, plenty of speculation and stuff like that, but Pep, it seems Pep don't want him near the squad.
It's looking that way, and you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but it's not looking good. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Nobody is, apart from him and Pep, and we will never probably find out. But something's definitely going on.
When he leaves us, either in January, you Alex thinks, or even in the summer, how will you remember Raheem Sterling in a City shirt?
Good question.
Great question.
I'll remember him
the best
from 2 seasons ago.
So you'll remember him. I remember him 2 seasons ago. I mean, for effort, commitment, the things he's done on the pitch for us. He's not. Will he?
I'll never call him. When he's left us, I'll never boo him or anything like that. The only time I'll do anything is if he actually turns on the club and starts saying things.
I can see him doing that.
Like Milner.
Like a Yaya.
Oh dear.
The thing is, Yaya hides behind his agent.
I just, Alex, has he got himself to blame, Raheem, or if you was Pep, would you say, right, you've got 5 games, go and recapture your form?
I think that would be, the right mindset from Pep. I just don't think he trusts him. I don't think that he wants to spend any time with Raheem, and that's just it. It is what it is, unfortunately.
Well, that seems bizarre, though, because when Pep first joined us, he was asked about. Well, I don't even think he was asked about Raheem. He actually said, "I can't wait to work with Raheem, and make him into a better player." Because my memories will be of Sterling. First season, he was bobbins, and I was thinking, what the hell have we bought here? When Pep come in, they want a better player in the league than Raheem Sterling, and he was like that for two and a half seasons, and all of a sudden he just seems to be slipping back, Anne-Marie, into the player he was what we bought.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's, obviously, like you say, there's always rumours about what's going on, and for me, sometimes I just think players need to concentrate on what they're doing, what they're paid to do, and not other things outside. Do
you mean like? Do you mean like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
even do you see that advert in Stockport, Alex?
Once, and managed to ban it forever.
because it's all, John. It's all right. Not just City players, but footballers or any sports person. When things are going good, on TV, doing whatever, publicity stuff. But when the chips are down and when they're out of form, it just makes it look as if they don't really care about the.
See, I don't. A lot of people are saying it's down to confidence. I don't think it is.
I do.
I think it's down to attitude. Because if you look at the attitude, going back to that Bruges game, he could have had a hat trick that night. And he's just running to blind alleys, hit it at the keeper, things like that. You look at the attitude of Cole Palmer when he came on. Second touch, it was a goal.
And
that should have been Raheem that night.
Yeah. So I agree. So we'll park the Sterling one there because if he's fit and he doesn't start on Wednesday, I think that will speak absolute volumes about where Pep is with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've just touched on it, Cole Palmer. The kid is just absolute. It's going to be an absolute sensation, isn't it?
Well,
he's fearless. It's like Foden when Foden broke through.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe it. It's like when he came on last week at the end of the game, and then straight after that he went and played for the under-23s, scored a hat trick, and then he comes on midweek against Bruges and scores again.
He'll never make it, will he?
We need a striker.
It's frightening. Like I say, he's got no fear. No, because he's had pretty much zero first team football and stuff like that. When you bring him on, how does the opposition manager know how you're gonna, how you gonna face somebody like Cole Palmer when he's normally doing the business in the under 23s, although he has been training with the first team squad for nearly 2 seasons now. So
yeah, but you look at people keep saying, "Oh, bring Haaland in." Cole Palmer is a little bit younger than him, and he's actually doing it in the Premier League now. He's actually in the Champions League. He's scoring goals. He's doing exactly what Haaland is.
But we can't judge him now on so little game time for the first team, can we? Whereas Haaland, he's done it in the Champions League now for a few seasons, and although he didn't score against us last season.
No.
However, you've got to give the kid a go, haven't you, Anne-Marie?
Oh, 100% he needs to be given a go. And it's one of the things that I noticed even with Foden when he started playing in the first team. He had no fear whatsoever. And it was like he had nothing to prove. He just went out there and enjoyed and played his football. And I think that's the way Cole Palmer will be as well. And I think I honestly think it's great for our academy.
It is, and it's, they reckon, if you get one in 20 people, players who come through from the academy, it's money well spent. You can look at it that way, but also, Alex, you can look at it another way. If nobody breaks through and you sell 10 players out in your academy and make some decent cash on them. But more importantly, those kids go on to have a decent career, either at lower Premier League clubs or make a decent. That's a success, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But the current situation is that we're also making good purchases, and we have good players coming out of the academy, especially for the in the last couple of seasons. Cancelo, Rodri, Ferran Torres, it's a really good mix, and I'm really confident about our future.
Yeah, it's not just them though, is it, John? It's there's quite a few what are chomping at the bit to get into the fit, and we may see this against West Ham. We briefly spoke about it in part one, but it's like Pep's had them in a container somewhere, and he's just unleashing them now, because the beauty of it is they play exactly the same formation, the same style of football. So that makes the transition into the first team a lot easier.
When you look at the teams down the groups, like from the main team to the under-23s to the 19s, they all play the same style of football.
Even the women, to be fair.
Yeah, but they're absolutely brilliant the way they're set up, and it's all down to Pep, the way he wants to play. He's even, like I say, the influence he's got down the years is amazing, and all they want to do, they see him and they look up to him, and at the end of the day, he's the best manager in the world. I'll be absolutely gutted when he actually goes.
Hang on, my staff say that about me.
You sure?
Only because you got a bald head, mate.
Pep Guardiola, they call me.
Really? Okay.
No. But yeah,
more like an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
He's a better driver than him.
Really? So anyway, Cole Palmer, watch this space on him, because he's got a great chance with Torres being out as well, to feature more. What's happening to KDB? He's worrying me a little bit, if I'm honest.
He looks like he needs to lose a bit of timber at the moment.
He
doesn't look fit. He doesn't look fit at all, and he looks like he's put some weight on. So it looks like
looks slower.
It could be that the baby blues are actually catching up with him, because he's got a few kids now, hasn't he?
Two is it? And he actually looks as if he's sat with Alex now. Alex, turn to your left. In that, some mugshot that. No, there's just something not there. He's been playing, I think we touched on it a little bit last week in the podcast, but he's been playing really, really good for Belgium, but his form for City is not great. And
no,
and he used to be.
I don't think he's played that well for Belgium, to be honest with
you. I do.
It's just ever so slightly off the pace for us at the minute.
Yeah, but he used to be the first name on the team sheet. That's Foden and Bernardo now. Because Foden, he's just on at a different level with Bernardo at the minute, and it's got a star ahead of KDB. As much as De Bruyne is world class, where does that where does that position Foden and Bernardo on current form?
Thing is, there was a stat I saw against Brighton, and apparently KDB created the most chances out of any player.
Yeah, that's
even
right.
Even though he only came on with 11 minutes to go.
I think I would have done against Brighton, though, if I'm honest.
No, you see, Brighton are a good team.
No, they are. Joking aside.
Better than Chelsea against us.
Yeah, there is a case for that. I'm just a little bit worried about KDB with his, whether he's overweight, baby blues or whatever. He needs to find a little bit of form. Do you reckon he'd start against West Ham? Just to try and get him in some. I think he'll be on the bench.
Yeah, because he was rested against Brighton, so yeah, why not start him?
Now, I
think it's totally right to start him against West Ham.
Another one who's concerning me game time at the moment, although he signed a new contract, is John Stones. He doesn't seem to be getting any game time, but that's because of the form of Diaz and Laporte, isn't it?
Yes. End of the day, he played nearly a full season when Laporte is injured. So, end of the day, he can't complain. He does get a lot of games. And
not at the
I'm
moment.
He needs to be
interested
ready.
why didn't he travel to Bruges with the team?
I've heard it's.
Here we
I
go.
think it was,
An exclusive. Dun, dun, dun.
I've heard he's not double jabbed.
What off?
Right.
What off Tyson Fury? I wouldn't have recovered from that either to travel.
Vaccine, mate.
Oh right. I thought you meant he just got double jabbed.
No, I've heard he's not double jabbed, and that's why he couldn't go.
Because there is rumours on that about stuff like that, and about certain footballers not allowed to travel. That's why Edison and Gab, they flew straight into Belgium, didn't they? Off international, so they didn't have to quarantine or whatever they do these days. So, coughing there, Maria. Not got COVID. Bang on cue, that something. Oh, you could time that better. So yeah, some of the players are worrying me, but some of them are really, really impressing me. Like Cancelo, is he a better fullback in world football at the minute? I think he's just been on another planet. Walker just seems to be bang on form as well. So
Totally.
It's boding. Everyone waxed lyrical today about the Liverpool fullbacks, but it was quite an easy match for him, really, wasn't it? But look at the turncoat there, Fergie. Blue tie. A blue tie.
He knows it.
He didn't look happy today, joking aside and just going off the I don't think Liverpool was that great today.
No.
And people must think I'm mad. Well, I must be, because I actually agreed with Jamie Carragher. I think if City had played Liverpool today, would have beat them.
Mm.
In fact, Liverpool and United, if we'd have played them both together today, I think we'd have beat them.
We're playing United in a few weeks, I think.
That worries me though, Anne-Marie. If we're playing them in a couple of all the Mickey taking and stuff like that, if they was to beat us, we'd be a laughing stock, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would. But at the same time, you look at that team, and obviously Pogba misses the game against us because he got a straight red today. Not that I think it'd have made any difference. They're not going to turn that situation around in 2 weeks.
Ronaldo should have saw red as well for that kick.
Yeah, should have done.
Yeah, he should have done.
Their team ultimately is a team of individuals. It's not a team as such. And you look at you look at today, Maguire, they all go on about what a great defender he is, yet the Evening News rated him as 0 on today's performance.
I wouldn't have given him that.
So I think they've got major issues there. I hope he's still manager when we do play them. I think if we give them a hammering as well, he'll be gone.
Please, that would just be brilliant. But I've been asked a few times, don't you feel sorry for United? No. That
No.
34-year banner, that 34-year banner makes me just laugh out loud. It really, really does, because you reap what you sow, don't you?
Well, just as an example, Andy, I can remember being at a game at Main Road, and I think we were getting hammered by Arsenal. I think the game had finished something like 5 or 6-0. We were getting absolutely battered, and our fans were in there. They hadn't left, and they were cheering Arsenal at the end of the game. Now, today at half-time, you could see it was like a mass exodus. Now, Gary Neville at one point said in the second half that there were still 60,000 United fans in there.
No chance.
Well, if there was, I'd give up. But
yeah, there was, because there was actually 17 million in there originally, so there was 60,000 at that point.
But their fans, this is a whole new experience for them. I know they've not won a league in, what is it now?
8 years.
Is it 8 years? But they can't take it. They just cannot take getting beaten in the way we are. That They have been getting beaten. And the thing is, there's been no improvement. You know, they've been glossing over with results. I mean, even Wednesday night or whatever night it was against Atalanta, you know, they got away with it again.
Yeah,
So I think it's all this has been leading up to this result today.
They had 5 first-team players out, and their best player on the night went off with a dodgy hamstring, didn't he? So if they'd have come up against a really, really good team like they did today against Liverpool, you know, that's what they're going to get. I really, really hope they keep Ollie, because he's been the best manager they've had in many, many years, and I really wish Ollie only the best, and he stays there.
Gary Neville said tonight on TV that he will not go.
He looked a worried man.
Yeah.
And Gary Neville. It's as I say, don't feel sorry for him. They reap so I just hope
love it.
We just
absolutely love it.
Just hope we give them a good drubbing, you know, when we play them.
We're playing them at the Swamp, so I think we'll beat them, because under Pep we tend to play well away and we tend to get beat at home.
The theatre of scaffolding, that's what it is. Right, guys. So yeah, anybody got anything else for us before we go?
No, I think that's it. But
good.
We're losing Mahrez, won't we, soon?
Yeah, after Christmas, Boxing Day onwards.
Yeah, Cup of Nations.
Have you got your calendar waiting there, Anne-Marie?
No, I just got all excited when I saw a headline on Facebook that he's out for 5 weeks, and I was thinking, is he injured? And it wasn't. It was about the African Cup of Nations.
Come on.
If he was injured, he wouldn't be going.
That's true.
You was wishing a City player to be injured?
Not really.
I'm not going to edit it either. I'm not going to edit this.
Very tongue in cheek, that, Andy.
I'm going to throw you to the Lions on that one.
Well, happily.
Thing is, all we're losing is Mahrez. At least it's not like Liverpool. They'll be losing Salah, Mane, and Keita.
True story, that, mate. You know,
we'll see what happens.
That's the whole point, was having a big quality squad. So we'll be able to cope with that. You know, without Mahrez. And there's no coincidence that Pep doesn't really buy, you know, the African players and stuff like that, because he knows at some point, you know, we'll lose them.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
We've got Jesus to take his place anyway, so we're fine.
Don't rule out Cole Palmer playing there as well, because he can play on that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by that time anyway, we'll have Torres back anyway. Fully firing. Right. Until next time, guys. We'll probably do one after the West Ham match on Wednesday. We're playing it.
Wednesday, yep.
Yeah. And we'll are you going, John?
No, I'm not going, mate. Working.
See, I thought you was a proper blue. Glory hunting, going all over Europe watching them. You can't even go to London.
Oh, I could. But I'd missed a day's work, so I've just already missed 3 last week at Bruges.
Let you off then. Right, we'll do it all again on Wednesday evening after the match. Hopefully, it'll be the right result. And
anyway, if I went to the match, I won't be able to come on here, would I?
Technology, they have phones and things like that now, John.
Yeah, it's a bad reception.
They might not have technology like that in Warrington, but they do in other parts of the UK and stuff.
I'd be in London, mate.
Yeah, true story. Right, we'll do it all again on Wednesday night, guys.
See you then.
Take care, everyone.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
See you soon.